All right, my man. Not that you have to, but I want you to do it anyway, man.
Yes, sir.
Let the viewers know who you are, man.
My name is Kevin Williams. I formerly played in n.b.a. for 6 years, and I'm here with Nick. We're going to talk about the Knicks. We're going to talk about the playoffs, the championship that just transpired. We'll talk about a whole lot of things. We're going to talk about, recruitment, stuff like that. Whatever Nick wants to talk about, we're going to shoot the crap.
All right,
shake
man.
it up, and we're going to roll it right out.
CeeLo!
That's right. Head crack.
Oh, shit. Let's go, baby. Now, we're going to get on this topic of Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson. There's a lot of talk when we speak of these two players on the New York Knicks. When we speak about Julius Randle, half of New York want him to remain a Knickerbocker. The other half say, get him out of here. All right?
You know what I say, Nick? I say give him one more year.
Give him one more year.
See what he's going to do. I think one more year, we'll be able to know what he's made out of.
What he's made out of.
And I think that the things I'm hearing, the rumors, they talking about making a straight-up trade for Ayton, for Randle.
Do you think that's a good move?
No. I'm going to say it again, man. You better sign Mitchell Robinson, man, because, he's a part of your team. He's a part of the system. You can't indoctrinate somebody into your system and then just say, okay, well, we don't think he's worth it. And like I said, you got to develop that, man. If you just listen to development is taking something from one process and stage to another. He's only in his second, third year. He's only 22 years old, man. I mean, like, dad, y'all gotta sign him, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you sign him, watch his development, y'all will be saying, Kevin, you smart, because I know. But y'all don't want to sign him. Y'all want everything to be immediately gratifying. And it doesn't work like that, man.
Okay.
You got to go through your ups and downs like everybody else, man.
Now, with Mitch, 55 for 4 years, right? I was looking at the comments, man, when I made a video. I forgot who I interviewed when it was on the subject of Mitch. Not everybody is on the same page, man. Some say let him go.
Because of the information they giving. Then guys, you watch Mitch. Okay, listen, second year. He's a defender. How you going to win without a shot blocker in there? Especially given how rough the East is, man. You can't shorten up and get a weaker dude that's used to playing on the West Coast where all he do is run and shoot, and now he going to have to bang. Ayton is not a banger, man. No way, shape, or form, man. He's a finesse center that shoots, man. He has problems finishing, man. And that's why they didn't give him the contract. So you're going to get rid of somebody that's an efficient dunker, and all we got to do is develop his touch around the rim and work on his short shots. And we got a full center. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, listen. Like I said, I don't want to get bad. I think that the Knicks should keep Julius Randle for this year and sign Mitchell Robinson and institute Obi at that 4. And, go from there. I think maybe y'all should get another 2 guard or another 3 or 3-2 to get Fournier and bring Fournier off the bench. Y'all gonna have to formulate a bench, man. That's what you can't win without your bench, man.
Now, I want to touch on something, Kev, because it seems like you got to change your heart when we speak of Julius Randle. I got you on video, brother, saying,
I know.
Get Julius Randle.
I know. But listen, I'm looking at, it's like when you look at, I'm listening to Knicks, certain people in the Knicks brain trust. I'm gathering information and I'm formulating, certain things.
Okay.
If the Knicks get rid of Randle and don't get an adequate replacement, I think Obi Toppin could go in and fill that void. We're not going to win because Obi Toppin going to have to make that period of adjustment.
Right.
I think that if they let Obi institute him in that 4 position with Randle, I think that we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We could see if Randle want to lead and take us to where we want to be.
Right.
And we could see if Obi can develop and then take Randle's position if Randle don't do his job. In other words, like I said, we need people to bring people to another level to understand, man, your job, just because we paying you, don't mean you securing your job. If I'm paying you $119 million, I better see us in the Eastern Conference Finals, man. You understand? I'm paying you for that. If you don't do the job, I got to get somebody that can. This is business, man. Simple as that.
Right.
I don't want anybody to think, I don't like Randle, or I don't like, I don't. It's his business. If I'm paying you to do a job and you can't do it, don't got nothing to do with me liking you. Just got something to do with you can't do the job I'm paying you for. So I got to get somebody that can.
Okay.
Nothing personal.
Nothing personal.
Just
Never
business.
non-personal. It's business.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna ask you this: when we speak of Julius Randle, right? Did you follow him when he was on the Pelicans?
Man, I watched him when he was at the Lakers.
Okay.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Now the Lakers is a big market, like New York is a big market.
Right, and
in between, when we
Julius
speak of
Randle was a lot hungrier than when he was playing because he was an inside guy. He wasn't shooting no jumpers. He was rebounding and doing the dirty work.
But he was playing under Kobe.
Well, you got to start somewhere, right?
No. I'm not. I'm saying.
But look at how he's evolved and then devolved. Okay, you go with Kobe. That's the foundation. You go to the Pelicans where you starting to get into a leadership role. But that's a bad management team. The Pelicans don't know what they're doing. They catered to Zion. So once they brought Zion, that pretty much ended Randle because Randle ain't going to play with Zion there. So he comes here. Rest is history.
Why you say Randle ain't gonna play with Zion? You don't see that happening? You don't think them two want to play together?
No, they can't play. They both play in the same position. How you gonna play them two together? You'll put Randle at the 2 guard? I like to see that. Because he's like when I used to see him handling the ball, I used to be like, yo, why is he got the ball? And then he's shooting threes. I'm like, he's a good shooter, adequate.
Right.
That's saying, when I watch his game, he's good. But when you looking at Randle when he's playing with a guy on his level, man.
Okay, so what do you say to those who say that Randle had to shoot threes like the way he's playing because we don't have a sufficient point guard? So he's trying to fill that void.
I agree with that. You got Derrick Rose, man. Listen, when Derrick Rose was playing and you seen the Knicks, the ball move. It's like when the ball gets in Randle's hands, it stops. I call him the black hole of Nutsville, man. He's going to hold the ball and then dribble and shoot. Pass it and cut. That's all you got to do. Listen, when you receive the ball in your option, you got it. 2 dribbles, 1 dribble pass. You understand? Get rid of it because you can't do it. But now small ball has got rid of that sacred principle. Let me tell you, every good coach tell you, if you can't take 2 dribbles and up, you take 2 dribbles and pass and cut. Simple principle. Keep you sound in the game of basketball.
Okay, but when you got to injure Derrick Rose,
then you got to make adjustments. You got to recalibrate your offense. Okay, regardless, man, but the man turned the ball over too much to be handling the ball. Like I said, get them big bruises you got, Mitchell Robinson and the other guy, Noel. Get them out there, put them on the post, and run Randle off of either one of them.
Right.
At least if he do it, he's gonna get some open shots. He's dribbling into the defense. I don't get that, man.
Now, someone said, right, Julius Randle is playing like an unsuccessful Anthony Mason. Like the things he's trying to do, only Anthony Mason was
a way better basketball player.
He played like a point forward.
Julius Randle, okay, he had a way better handle. And Anthony Mason had a way of physically imposing his will on the game. And not only that, he was a way better rebounder than Randle. Okay, you gotta understand that, man. I don't even compare Randle to Anthony Mason because Mason, if he was shooting them shots, most of them shits would have went in. Knowing Anthony Mason, I know. I played with Mason. He was way better than him, man.
And how was that playing against Mason? What strengths? What was the strength?
Mason could play. Let me tell you something. Mason could guard you in the front court, man, like a guard, man. Let me tell you something. That dude Randle don't guard like that. That's why I say, man, I don't like to denigrate these new players because they got talent and they've been highly athletic. But don't look down on those old players. They was athletic and talented too, man. And a lot of them was ahead of their time, man. A lot of them. So, it's like, I don't do comparisons, man. Because basically y'all using what somebody else already did anyway. So
okay.
That's
all
how
right.
I look at that.
All right, moving right along, my boy RJ Barrett.
Love RJ.
Love RJ.
Great shooter. And listen, man, he's gonna be a great scorer. And he can handle the ball. You understand? Like you got guys ain't just one-dimensional. Okay, and when you got Randle holding the ball instead of kicking it to Andre and cutting off, that's what I'm saying, man. Y'all gotta work like a team. When you look at the way Golden State do when they scrambling around, regardless, Steph, they gotta get the ball in his hand. And they good at doing that.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so now you gotta find your scorers on the Knicks and get them the ball. And man, Randle, you gotta score when we get it to you. Simple as that. And then that's not bad to have an inside presence like Mitchell Robinson. Get Mitchell Robinson to say, okay, if they don't double you, then you do, square them up. Teach them square up moves. When you get the ball in the post, instead of keeping your back, you square them up and face them. That way you already know that when you get it, you face them, and now it's not just a one-dimensional back end. You're facing the man, and you can take him off. And now you're saying you got these skills, we want to see it now, Mitchell. Because if we give you that money, you're going to go to them big man camps and you're going to learn, man. You understand? Ain't nobody going to give you that money and you're going to be out there making. I hope when they give you that money, you understand there's more money to be made. That's just 4 years. Okay, so you better understand what we talking here. 4 years, play hard for them 4 years, they'll give you more money down the road.
Would you like to see Mitch bulk up?
Yeah, listen, man, we got to develop Mitchell Robinson, man. We get these opportunities to develop good players, to make them into great players, and guess what we do? We get them right there on the precipice and trade them, and then the other team get credit for all the things that you taught them.
That sound like a Mark Jackson, Steve Kerr situation.
Exactly. And they're good at doing that. Okay, we'll replace him after the guy done already assembled the team.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, man.
Yeah.
That core that you had for the last 8-9 years, that core at Golden State that has won 4 rings, I think y'all should give Mark at least 2 or 3 of them bad boys. For real, because those are his players. Okay?
Right.
For real.
Okay.
So, and then, with this being negative of Mark, listen, man, this country was built on moral principles, man. There was a time where homosexuality was not even allowed. They kept that in the closet.
Right.
Okay, for moral and aesthetic purposes.
Right.
Okay, there's no fear of homophobia. I don't have no fear of homophobia. I don't. I just don't like the lifestyle. You can't have 2 women raising a girl or 2 men raising a little boy. You confuse the children. Period. And I got a problem with that.
Okay, man.
I don't care what nobody say, man.
All right.
God sanctioned the sanctity of marriage between a man and a woman. It's not sanctified by God if it's not that way.
Okay. All right.
And that's what the law says. And I'm with God on that.
All right.
That's that.
Okay.
If you think I'm a homophobic, understand this. I have no problem with people that have that type of persuasion. Just don't put that shit in my face and in my lifestyle. That's all. That's that. Because then I'm going to say something.
All right. Moving right along.
It's not moral.
Moving right along. All right. Okay. My man Obi. Now I interviewed somebody, right? And somebody said, listen, before I even go there, wow, Obi's a hot topic, man.
I'm telling you, man.
Obi Toppin. When I mentioned Obi,
I believe Obi gonna be the next Bernard King here. If they just do what they supposed to, just unleash him, man.
Now, when you say Obi's gonna be the next Bernard King, watch what you say.
Yeah.
Because you know my Nickelodeons, right?
I know.
My Nickelodeons. I call them Nickelodeons, baby. They get in the comment section. They don't care who you are. If they disagree with you, they're going to go in there and they're going to eat you up.
You got some really smart people in there.
Yo.
Guys like the Predicate, I got to give him credit, man. He's a very smart person. I would like to meet him, talk to him about basketball. I like what he says about basketball. He's very informative of the Knicks. And, I take what he says really, seriously. I
would like to get y'all 2 on here together, man.
Yeah.
So, he calling you out, nothing to be known.
He's very intelligent. He was giving the breakdowns on the team.
Yeah.
And, I'm not the only one to have a basketball IQ, man. I read and learn off other people, too,
Yeah. But what I want to...
student of the game. That means you learning the game constantly.
Right. But what I want to ask you, brother.
Yes.
Somebody said... A few people, I heard this numerous times within my interviews, that Obi Toppin is only good for fast breaks. Talk to Nick.
This is because of how they are developing him. They give him garbage time, or when guys ain't injured, guys on other team, and the team is all depleted. Now you let Obi dominate. This is the year you unleash him. Remember I said you want to baptize him through the fire of affliction in the NBA? Let me tell you something about the NBA. You're going to have a stretch of games when you're playing great, and you're going to hit the wall because you're playing too many games. So when you hit the wall, I want to see how he makes those adjustments, where he's going to have to make adjustments because You know, he might have an injury. He might have something wrong where he's not going to play 100%. That's when your will is tested. That's when you really become a ball player, when you got to play injured and you got to know how to take care of yourself. This is called experience. We want to give Obi Toppin that opportunity to get the experience of a full season playing in the NBA. And I'm guarantee you he'll be a star the next year. So I say give him this year to get baptized in the 5 affliction in the NBA. And I say by next year, Obi Toppin will be a star because he'll know exactly what's expected of him. He has experience now. You understand? Stop playing the little, kiddie games where let me give him a little sample of this. No, put him in and unleash him. I guarantee you.
Right.
He learns.
Okay.
And he's smart, so it's not.
Okay.
Just understand, I watched him in college. Always knew he was a primetime player. I just didn't know we was going to get him. And we better keep him. That's all I know.
Better keep Obi.
You mess up his development, I won't even do no Nick interviews.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
serious,
Man, we can't have that, y'all. God damn.
Y'all mess Obi up.
No, don't say that, man.
I'm serious, man.
Come on, man, because you're a man of your word, man, and I need you on my show,
mess
man.
Obi Toppin up, Jackie.
God damn.
Shit. You talking about, I'm mad about Oakley.
Shit, you more of a Knicks fan than I thought, man.
I'm an Obi Toppin fan. I watch him at Dayton, man. That boy can play. I like certain players.
Now,
and then I played against his brother. Obi Toppin brother could play too.
Yeah? Is he up there with his brother?
He about 6'9". Yo, listen, man, they destroyed this, man, Obi Toppin brother.
Where?
Listen, man.
He bust your ass, Obi brother?
Dude, he was too. Listen, I'm old, but
the Knicks family is bullying my man Kevin Williams.
Yeah,
you got bullied on the court.
Jurassic Park dinosaur like me. And you 6'9" and 6'10" and you moving like a gazelle, yeah.
Oh,
but
shit.
I bet you would have caught me 30 years ago.
Oh, here we go.
Because I ain't had no back.
Here we go.
But I still was shooting jumpers.
Putting on that KW's.
I played them last year.
Superhero cape.
I met Obi last year in Island, Houston, down in West 4th Street.
How is he,
That's
man?
that orange shirt I had on.
How is he, man?
Man, I love Obi, man. Obi's a good young kid, man. Got a good, you can see he was brought up correct.
That's what's up,
good
man.
Family. And his brother's good, too. His brother was talking crap to me on the court, but his brother could play, too.
Yeah.
The Knicks should sign his brother. That up.
Now, you heard of
take care of that 3 spot, I tell you.
Heard of a player called Harrison? Halliburton. Someone was saying that Terry Halliburton, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name.
You gotta show me.
Yeah, someone was like, "Oh, you should trade Obi for this dude." Listen, you hear all types of shit.
I heard the dude say,
"Yeah,
some stuff about Obi. Obi only been here this is his 3rd year, man."
But they said Obi won't be a star and all this.
Come on, man. I'm like, really, man. New York. This is why the Knicks is in the disarray it is because of the New York fans that always want immediate gratification. They don't know what it takes to develop a team. It takes 3 to 5 years, and you got to get 4 core players to build around. And the Knicks are doing it right. It's just Randle is not focused right now. So, my man, you got this year to do right. You understand? Don't be mad and don't get it like saying that the fans the fans is right. You understand? When they in your behind like they is, that's you not doing what you supposed to do. And New York is a tough place, so you should already be on your game. You better look at clips of Bernard King, how he shut him up.
Right. Speaking of Bernard King, Randle's wearing Bernard King number 30.
He ain't playing like him. I'll tell you one thing, when Bernard got to the playoffs, he elevated his game, and he was already dropping 30 every night. He would get 40. I'm like, you got to understand, man. No holds barred, no prisoners, no motherfucking mercy. Playoffs is rough. And when Steph and them did what they did, they couldn't maintain the speed they put on them.
Right.
They slowed down. And then, like they big and they bulky, but speed always beats power all the time. And that's why I said Warriors in 7.
Now.
They took it in 6.
I'm glad we brought up Warriors, Golden State, and all that. Obviously, you watched the series.
I watched it, man. I watched it. I enjoyed it.
Speak to me about Jason Tatum. Now,
let me say this. Jason Tatum is highly skilled, but he doesn't know how to take advantage of mismatches. There's no way you got Steph Curry guarding you at your size and you were supposed to destroy him, man. You shooting threes, man. You don't gotta keep. First of all, limit him to the threes that he take, and then you gotta take him on the other end so he gets tired when he shoots those threes. It was a formula that was working until you realize, like, I'm gonna stay outside and shoot. Man, I was like Jason Tatum, man. Your defense was lacking. Y'all got tired with the way, like I said, I would like to see how they would stop Golden State in their transition, because it's very hard. They'll pull up from anywhere. And just like I said, it was. That's what happened. They started pulling up from anywhere, and Steph was the catalyst, man. And y'all didn't stop him. Y'all didn't get physical with him. Y'all just stopped. Y'all stopped and started watching him. And don't you, baby face Spencer, he
Listen,
came out
man.
of Joliet, and that boy was shooting jumpers from the locker room. And once they did y'all in Boston, he smelled blood, man. I knew they was gonna kill y'all when y'all went back
I
to
knew
Golden State.
it was going down when he pointed to his finger, like the ring, and the game wasn't even over.
The ring.
God damn.
The ring. And as I said, it's over. You can't give, and they doing that in Boston. It's like, yo, man, and that's another thing. All that, Boston was the #1 defense until they ran into Golden State's offense. And
So,
Golden State
I'm glad you said that. Repeat that statement again.
Boston was the #1 defense in the n.b.a. until they ran into Golden State's offense.
Now, all this talk I hear, I always ask my interviews, what's the most important fundamental part of basketball? And I always hear that defense wins games.
Yeah.
But when I interviewed Joe Hammond, right, who I still got love for, by the way.
I love Joe.
Yeah, me too, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact,
I love you, Joe.
Okay, when I interviewed Joe, Joe said defense is very important, but the object of the game is to score.
And let me tell you something. It's not defense wins the game, but scoring wins championships. It's no way that the ball, Bill Russell said, this game has always been and shall always be about getting buckets. But this game gotta be about you stopping the other team
from getting buckets.
And if I get more attempts at the basket than you, then normally I should win. So that's the real precept that they don't. That's the unwritten rule. I have to get more attempts and stop you from making more attempts than me, and I should win. Given I should have scorers that can shoot the ball.
Okay. So let me. Okay. And as a ball player, right?
Yeah.
Speaking to the young boys out here, females too, because we got the WNBA now, n.b.a. What advice would you give to someone who wants to become a ball player? I mean, of course, you express how important school is,
right?
But what's the first fundamental of the game?
Say that you have to be consistent in what you're doing and how bad you want it, because it's like now they done made it wherein it's kind of like a closed-in thing now. You got to get in. There's a lot of people outside of their thing they call the NBA. So I would just say, hey, man, go to school, go to college.
I mean,
go somewhere where they're gonna see you. Like what happened to my nephew at Oregon State, man. That was like the worst thing could ever happen. You go somewhere and then the coach just bench you and you're a senior. That was the worst, man. And that's just a stupid coach, man. And I'm gonna always say that because you ruined a great kid, man.
Now, how often does that happen when we speak of
all the time?
When we speak of players,
it happens
man?
Every 4 years, knowing that every class of players came in, and then another class comes in, and the coach forgets about that class he brought in originally. It's all about winning, and they would bury a kid to think they win, and then when you do that, not knowing that they're more experienced and more talented, you wind up losing because you play favoritism in politics.
Now,
that's what got the Knicks in the situation they was in, playing favoritism in politics and bringing choir boys in a dirty game. And that's why y'all ain't winning nothing over this long time, because y'all gonna have to bring some bruisers back here in New York. You'll have to bring them tough guys back here. We play tough ball in New York. This ain't no finesse game.
All right, being that you said we bring tough ball.
Yeah.
Who on the Knicks you think fit that criteria when we speak of New York basketball? I'm gonna name names. You say keep them when we speak of tough basketball, or get them out of here, man. All right?
Go ahead.
And man, you quickly.
I want to keep him. I need him.
You think he's a tough basketball player?
Yeah, he's mentally tough too.
Yeah.
Come off the bench and do what he do, and then take the stuff from people in New York. Yeah, I need him.
Julius Randle.
I need him for this season, man. I've been talking to a lot of people. You don't even know I'm swallowing clams right now.
I see. That's why I'm like, would a real Kevin Williams please stand up?
Kevin has evolved, man. I've been listening to Michael Jackson. I'm going to make a change.
You said Michael Jackson? Oh, shit.
I'm going to make a change. Listen, we need him.
You know, he did make a record saying it doesn't matter if you black or white.
Yeah,
so that's the other single we ain't dancing to yet.
It doesn't matter that our lives matter. It does matter. But nonetheless, we going to go back to what I was saying.
Go ahead.
I need Randle, man, this year, because I think with the criticism and the ridicule that the fans are giving him, that should motivate him to lead the team, man. I need him to lead. Randle, I need you to lead the team. It's not hard. Just lead by example, man.
Okay. Now, being a leader, don't you always need help? Can't do it on your own, man.
Being the leader, you lead by example, man. That
Michael Jordan had Scott.
Yeah, but see, Randle is you going selfish and you turn it over. Like I said, when you get in those situations, give it to RJ and cut. And let RJ work. You got everything is in time and in sequence in the NBA. You get your 2 dribbles, you get your man on, you pass and cut, let RJ get in there. Let the offense flow, man.
Okay, next name.
Stopping the offense from flowing too, Brandon.
Next player, RJ Barrett.
Oh, I love RJ.
Is he a
give him the ball?
Is he a New York basketball player? Do he play New York basketball? RJ?
Yeah. He's listen, man, RJ's very talented. I liked RJ in college too, man.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, man. He's a great scorer. He's big. He can shoot. He's a distributor too. So that's what I'm saying. Don't get him caught up in. You get him unsure of what he want to do, man. Put him in the situation to score, man. That's what he does best, man. So just get somebody to distribute the ball, Quigley or Rose, and make RJ the shooter. And get somebody to back him up when his arm get tired. Give him 5 minutes of rest and reload and put him back in. So you better get somebody that's can shoot, that come in for them 5 minutes and get you three to four baskets.
Okay.
So nothing is lost when you take them out.
Next player, Evan Fournier. New York basketball, get him out of here.
I'm at the point where I've read some stuff, man. I'm at the point we're gonna trade him. We're gonna trade him, Randle, and somebody else, but that's not this year. I would say next year. They trade him next year. But I need Fournier to come off the bench to be a scorer. I want to start Cam Reddish at his spot in the 3.
You want to swap?
I want to be.
You want to swap Fournier?
No, I'm talking about I want to bring Fournier off the bench.
Off the bench.
But I heard some people talk about getting rid of Fournier, Mitchell Robinson, and Julius Randle. Just for future, what they said that
for who?
If it doesn't work out. They went to a whole bunch of players. DeAndre Ayton was one of them. There was another guard because they was talking about the draft. They got the guy Ochi Achibi. He's an African guy from Kansas. And they was talking about upgrading the guards. That's why I read about it because I thought that what the guy said was really interesting. And he was talking about another guard.
Oh, Jaden Ivory?
No,
because I know in the draft they was talking about
the number 4 pick.
Right.
And it wasn't Jaden Ivory, it was another guy. He said he was more athletic, right? Very athletic. But Jaden Ivory's athletic. But you're not going to get him.
If we trade up.
You don't have to trade Randle. Who else y'all going to trade but Randle? Y'all got to trade him. But why would y'all do that? Just hold your hand, man. Your team is, listen, I would do this.
So you saying it would be a dumb move?
Hold the team.
Listen, Mr. Wynn.
Agent 2 guard.
You saying it would be a dumb move to trade Julius Randle for Jaden Ivory? Are you saying that?
Yeah, because now, Obi Toppin, you're going to put him in a situation where he's going to have to lead the team. I think give him 1 more year, because this is just his 2nd, 3rd year. Give him 1 more year, but let him play and let him learn. Like with Randle there and him learning off of Randle, all right, give him 1 year of that. And then if Randle loses his focus again, then you're going to have to unleash him, because that's the 4th year. There's a lot of validity in what you said. I might give Randle 1 more year. After that, I already got the, you know how I feel about that. But I'm just saying that for, keeping the team solid, congelling, keep it together.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, keep them for 1 more year.
Yeah. Now, I want to jump the gun, man. A little off Nick topic, Draymond Green, man. I read a little article, right? They left. Shitting on Kevin Durant for leaving. Saying that it feels good that they won a chance. I was loving it, man. Because, I respect KD as a player, but you know, he did what he did. And he was like, it feels good to see Steph get a ring without his help.
Let me say,
especially when we welcome him with open arms.
That's true, but you gotta understand this. You welcome him with open arms,
and you get a slap in the face.
You slap him because you should have gave him the ball when you was going nuts. You a selfish dude, Draymond. And anyway, regardless of what, the game is on the line. You give the ball to Kevin and get the fuck out the way. That's why they giving him that money. You didn't do that. And when he told you, yo, give me the ball, I was open, you went off on him. So, you know, and then told him he wasn't a... Listen, man, 2 of them damn rings that you got on your fingers because Kevin got them shit. So just remember that.
All right, man, and that's what it is, man. We got the legendary Harlem Finest, Mr. Kevin Williams.
Harlem forever, baby.
You already know that, baby.
Harlem strong and Harlem forever. That's me, baby. K-Dub.
All right, man. And we out. Peace.